What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How's it going? Now today is January 23rd, 123, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we're going to start off here in Washington, D.C., and we will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go.
What can I do for you?
And starting off at the top, we have the setup. This is the named Uzina Getica backpack with Perfectly Opportunistic. And this week it comes with armor regen and headshot damage. I mean, this one's pretty nice. I'm going to hold on to that.
Thanks for the business.
Put that on a shotgun build and change that headshot to crit chance all day. Next, we have a police UMP-45 with headshot and spike, followed by a military AKM with reload speed and overflowing, and finally for the weapons, a custom PF-45 with magazine size and lucky shot. Looking at the gear items, we have a Petrov backpack with companion, status effects, and crit chance. This would be a good one. Recalibrate the status effects attribute off for crit hit damage, and put this with a LMG and the defender drone with contractor gloves, obviously. And then you can get the weapon handling, which would help out your reload speed for the LMG. And if you put on a gunner, every third reload, I believe, is faster, something like that. That could work out. And then just whip out a defender drone, maybe a decoy, and then just face tank galore with companion. And you can do double companion. Starting off today with a build video right there for you. After that, we have a Suska chest piece with headshot, weapon handling, and spotter. Nice. With spotter, that's not bad. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.6, drone deflect duration 6.4, turret duration 6.1, and sticky bomb blast radius of 5.0. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the Base of Ops. The setup is a good one, and that Petrov bag's not bad.
That was a good deal.
Not bad at all. All right, now the other two vendors here at the Base of Ops, we have the Countdown vendor and the Clan vendor. Now, remember, both of these are in Washington, D.C. and New York City. So here's your Countdown vendor. What? And right off the bat, yo, and they're like near max. Yo, pick up these contractor's gloves right now. Pick up two of them. One, max out the weapon damage, have crit chance with max weapon damage, and the other one, put it to an armor core and do max crit chance with armor. Awesome. Contractor's gloves are best in slot gloves, and these with, I mean, that's 0.1% away from max for crit chance. So that's an easy optimization. Highly recommend. Go to your Countdown vendor right now. 75 Countdown requisition tokens. Hell yeah, that's nice. We also have a Eckham's long stick. This is the sniper with perfect ranger, and this week it comes with health damage. I would pick this one up as well. Recalibrate the health damage off for damage to targets at a cover, because this weapon is getting a huge buff with the next update. And finally, we have a Glory Days. This is the named P416 with perfect nearsighted, and this week it comes with optimal range. But you need to pick up those contractor's gloves. If you do not have multiple pairs, get one with armor, get one with weapon damage, and that way you never have to worry about it ever again. All right, next up we have the Clan vendor.
I've got it.
And at the top, we have the Commando. This is the named SVD with Perfectly Naked, and it comes with swap speed. I'm not a fan of this weapon or the talent. However, if you do not have this one already fully proficient, pick up this and donate the duplicates. Get it fully proficient. Increase your expertise before this next update, because expertise upgrades are going to be a lot cheaper. As far as the gear set items go, we have a Umbra pair of knee pads with decent weapon damage and crit hit damage. These are nice knee pads. I would recommend looking at these. Umbra is a strong set. My only my only critique with Umbra is that you have to sit and cover for it to activate. I'm just not a big sit and cover person, and that's the same reason why I don't really run the Sawyer's knee pads. And yeah, I'm typically just like a run and gun type of player. But these are really nice knee pads. Highly recommend. And same thing applies here because it has crit hit damage on it. You could pick up two of these, or, eh, yeah, you could pick up two of these. One, recalibrate the crit hit damage. That way you could change that crit hit damage to any attribute at any time and keep that high weapon damage to optimize. And pick up another one, switch the weapon damage to an armor, and that way, no matter what, you have a crit hit damage one. That could be pretty nice. Next up, we have a Hunter's Fury chest piece with weapon handling, and finally, a Future Initiative chest piece with health. Looking at the high-end items, we have a FAL with ignited optimal range, followed by a Marine Super 90 with max headshot and ignited. Another weapon with ignited. What the hell, man? That's 3 in a row. X45 tactical with ignited and armor damage. Richter and Kaiser gloves with health and skill damage. Grown Great. This is the named SMG with perfect stabilize, and it comes with magazine size. The last two items, we have a Empress pair of knee pads with skill haste and weapon handling. This is a decent pair of knee pads. Just recalibrate the weapon handling for max skill damage, and you're good to go. Throw this on a skill build. And finally, for the gear items, we have a Badger Tough holster with explosive resistance and status effects. Looking at the mods, we have Crit Chance 5.0, Shield Health 4.5, Hive Damage 4.4, and Seeker Mind +1 cluster. Must buys, things to look for from the clan vendor: Umbra knee pads. The Empress isn't bad, but that's just for skill builds. And that's it. All right. Shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms, and I promise I will have a video here shortly once I have everything completely redone. There's a lot to show you. We have some exciting news, and I can't wait to share it with you. But yeah, that'll be for a future video. All right. Oop, the weather outside is weather. So leaving the base of ops, we're going to go west, and we will double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. I do Division content every single day. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Finally, shout out where you're from. It's always cool to see where everyone's from. All right, here we go. Campus settlement.
Welcome, Agent.
Starting with the White Death. This is the named marksman rifle with that max headshot damage. This week it comes with breadbasket and health damage. Following that, we have a custom M44 with health damage and ranger. And finally, a GR9 with magazine size and stabilize. Looking at the gear items, we have Oraldi Mask with headshot and skill damage. Bellstone Armory Holster with armor regen and repair skills. Looking at the mods, we have Skill Haste 9.9, Chem Launcher Skill Haste 6.1, Hive Duration 4.3, Pulse Skill Haste 4.9, and Trap Shock Radius of 5.9. Now, must buys, things to look for from the campus settlement. Well, yeah, both of these. So the Araldi Mask, remember Araldi is marksman rifle, headshot damage, and damage to armor, right? So having this with headshot is a must. Now what I would do is pick this one up and recalibrate that skill damage off for crit chance. And that way you can have crit chance and headshot, and you can throw this on a marksman rifle build or a max armor damage build with headshot, and you're good to go. Could be pretty cool. Also, the Bellstone Armory holster, it comes with armor regen. You get armor regen just for putting it on. It's a no-brainer. What I would do with this one, though, is just recalibrate the repair skills off for anything you want. Crit chance, crit damage, headshot, hazard, the wikes, whatever you want. Doesn't matter. All right, that's it for the campus. You know, the rain is real right now. All right, so now it's time to go to the dark zones. Our first dark zone is going to be Dark Zone West. West. And remember, with the dark zones, you have to have DZ resources to purchase anything from these dark zones. So go to your inventory, toggle over to the resource tab, and then just above the keys, you will see DZ resources. Right now, I have 401 out of 999. And if I need any more DZ resources, I'm going to have to go into the dark zone and either pick up the little blue boxes, or I'm going to have to deconstruct contaminated items in the dark zone and extract them. Those are the only two ways of getting dark zone resources. So just remember that whenever we're going over these dark zone vendors. Okay, here is DZ West. Starting off with the Everlasting Gaze. This is the named rifle with damage to targets out of cover and perfect perpetuation. This is a good one. Remember, perfect perpetuation headshots will grant you 50% skill or status effect damage and duration on the next status that you apply. So the Everlasting Gaze could be a really good weapon to check out, especially with status effects ruling the world. Who runs the world? Status effects. So check it out. The Everlasting Gaze over here, DZ West. Damage targets out of cover is always the attribute you want. So just max out and optimize these attributes. You're good to go. After that, we have the Tactical Super 90, magazine size and ignited. Following that, the M16A2 with InSync and rate of fire. Looking at the gear items, we have Umbra gloves with decent weapon damage and hazard. Foundry knee pads with hazard, or no, it's decent armor and crit hit damage, sorry. And then Lingmo gloves with health and weapon handling. Richter and Kaiser knee pads, skill damage and status effects. I mean, it's a lot of Richter and Kaiser today. Looking at the mods, we have Protection from Elites, 11%. Seeker Mind skill haste, 4.9. Shield deflector damage, 4.1. Firefly +1 max target, and decoy duration of 5.5. But the only thing I'd really recommend from DZ West would be the Everlasting Gaze named rifle with perfect perpetuation. It's a good pickup. All right. So we are going to take our talents down south to the DZ South. So here we go. Woo, boy. Going down south. Get it done. Woo, yeah. I don't know. Something like that. It's always what I picture. All right, here we go. Either that or Little Nicky. Whenever he does the Deep South jokes. It's hilarious. All right. DZ South. Here we go.
Anything I can show you?
Ooh, nice. This is a good pickup. Yo, nice. This is going to be super strong in the next update. The Liquid Engineer, pick this one up. DZ South. The reason being is it comes with perfect Bloodsucker, and armor on kill is going to be beast in the next update. And this gives you up to 120% bonus armor. So you could get armor on kill and bonus armor at the same time. Some people enjoy that more than they do the Memento. So I don't know. But it is also Bellstone Armory. So if you run 2 pieces of Bellstone Armory, you get armor regeneration and armor on kill. So just pick this one up, recalibrate the status effects off for more armor regen, and you're good to go. I mean, that's a good one. That's a good one. For the weapons, we have a M1928 with max crit hit damage and unwavering. Following that, we have a Black Market AKM with max health damage, reload, and ranger. And finally, for the weapons, we have the Officer's M9A1 with perpetuation and stability. Looking at the gear items, we have a Rigger backpack with status effects, Hunter's Fury chest piece with crit chance, Wyvern backpack with repair skills, crit hit damage, and concussion. And finally, a Fenris chest piece with intimidate, hazard, headshot, and max weapon damage. Looking at the mods here, we have a crit hit damage 10.3, drone duration 6.2, turret health 7.6, and sticky bomb burn duration 4.0. Must buys from DZ South, the Liquid Engineer, perfect bloodsucker. Pick it up. It has crit chance on it. Just put armor regen. You're good to go. Optimize all of the other attributes. And that's it. All right. Let's get out of here. And before we go to DZ East, we actually have to go to the castle settlement. So I know this music's about to blare out our eardrums, but maybe if I can run to the dog fast enough before the music gets crazy. Yo, what's up, Ransom? There we go. Hey, doggy. What up? Oh, look at that. All right, see you later, Ransom. Put her paw up there for us to shake it. That was pretty cool. If only we could shake the paw. All right. Castle settlement vendor, starting with the Tabula Rasa. This is the named LMG with perfectly steady-handed. And this week, actually, it comes with damage to armor. This is good. And LMGs are getting a big buff in this next update that's happening in just 2 weeks. Remember, today started the Golden Bullet global event, and as soon as this global event is over, we are in our next season. And that is with all of those changes and all of those new things being added with Title Update 20 and Project Resolve. So remember, as soon as this global event's over, it's going to be the next season. Now, this LMG, damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover, it's a good one. Perfectly steady-handed. If you need that for the LMG, there you go. Following that, we have a M700 Carbon with armor damage and in sync. And finally, a classic M60 with crit hit damage and killer. Looking at the gear items, we have a Alps mask with status and headshot, and Empress holster with health and headshot. Looking at the mods, we have Skill Haste 10.0, Chem Launcher Radius 6.0, Hive +4 stem charges, Pulse Health 14.3, and Trap duration of 4.3. Now, must buys from the castle, you can pick up this named LMG. And, I mean, that's really about it. And now the music's completely silent. All right. I almost did it. All right, going to DZ East. Now, I highly recommend you fast travel to the Alpha checkpoint, not the main entrance. I almost went to the main entrance. But the reason why I say this is you'll catch this double loading screen, but it's actually faster to catch this loading screen than it is to go to the main entrance. So just exit this checkpoint, and there's your vendor. That way you don't have to go all the way through that entrance. There we go.
Access granted.
And here is DZ East. Starting with the White Death with damage to targets out of cover. This is a good pickup. Pick this one up right meow. And for the next update, you could change the talent to behind you or put it with determined, whichever one. But that behind you talent, if they do not change it, ooh man, these snipers are going to get even crazier with the one-shots. But again, the White Death here, damage targets out of cover, just recalibrate the talent for whatever it is you want. I would probably put determined on there for now, and then as soon as the next update comes out, switch it to behind you. Following that, M700 Carbon, again, with crit hit damage and steady-handed. We've had so many snipers today, man, and LMGs. I wonder why. Tactical M249 Para with health damage and flatline. Looking at the gear items, we have Heartbreaker with decent armor and skill damage. Aces and Eights holster with headshot. Providence Defense Mask with max armor regen and explosive resistance. And finally, Richter and Kaiser holster with repair skills and headshot. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.2, Chem Launcher heal 5.9, Hive duration 4.2, Pulse cone size 6.4, and Trap duration of 4.1. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ East vendor. The White Death is a good one, and that's really about it.
Thanks for doing
Detected.
All right, now our last vendor of Washington, D.C. before we go over to New York City, and that's going to be over here at the theater. The theater! Here we go. I mean, if you haven't known by now, I love switching up words. All right, here we go.
Ready to make a deal?
Yo! That's a good surprise. Okay. Best in slot knee pads. There you go. Fox's Prayer knee pads. The reasons why, look at
That
this.
ain't bad at all.
Here's the knee pads that I'm wearing right now on my character. Fox's Prayer knee pads. These are best in slot for the damage to targets at a cover. For any sort of tank or DPS build, these are best in slot for damage. 99% of your targets are going to be out of cover, so these knee pads are a must. However, they have health on it, so that is an issue for me personally. So I would only pick up one of these and recalibrate that health off for whatever it is you want. I wouldn't have health on there. Even with the next update and everyone and their mom running health, I still wouldn't have health. Maybe. All right. Yeah, maybe.
You made a serious buy, Agent.
Yeah, I did just make a serious buy, Agent. Maybe putting this one to an armor core and running a health build with damage to targets out of cover. Maybe. I'll check it out. I'll come back to you later. That does sound interesting. Following that, we have a 612 shotgun with accuracy and close and personal. Close and personal is really good for a shotgun, so you would just have to switch the accuracy off for damage targets at a cover. The UIC 12 Mod 2 with headshot and future perfect. And then for the gear items, we have Wyvern gloves. These are good ones. Skill damage status effects. You want that. That's good. That's the brand set bonus 1 and 2 for this brand set, so that's good. And finally, Sokolov Concern knee pads with repair skills and health. Looking at the mods. Blind Deaf Resistance 8.5. Seeker Mine Damage 4.2. Shield Health 4.2. Firefly Damage 5.7. And Decoy Health of 6.0. Pick up the Fox's Prayer knee pads. I would just pick one up and recalibrate the health for whatever it is you want. But if you're nasty, pick one up, switch the weapon damage to an armor core, and just max it out and get ready for the next update.
Thanks for the
Try it
deal.
out. All right. That is it for Washington, D.C. Let's go to New York City. Now, I know people want timestamps. We are not able to put the timestamps in until after the live premiere because you can't skip around during the live premiere. You can only rewind. But as soon as the live premiere is over, if you want to put the timestamps in the comments, I'll pin it. But if not, just wait for me. I'll put the timestamps in the comments and pin it at the top. I do understand there are a lot of vendors in this video. All right, here's Marco at the top of the escalator. Here we go.
Hey, want to make a trade?
And the Cetar with very high assault rifle damage, very low health damage, and then headshot with sledge. Interesting. The Cetar is going to get a buff in the next update, but it's a very small buff. I think it's only at a magazine size. Following that, we have a classic RPK with rate of fire and steady-handed, a tactical Super 90 with eyeless and crit hit damage, and a card 45 with rate of fire and strained. Looking at the gear items, we have a Richter and Kaiser backpack with vigilance, status effects and hazard, Walker and Harris knee pads with headshot and health, and finally Habsburg Guard mask with status effects and crit chance. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.1, crit hit damage 9.9. Look at that. Look at that. So for, what is that, 4 credits? For 4 more credits, you can get 0.2% more for your crit hit damage mod. That sucks. Yeah, whatever. Following that, we have a Seeker Mine +1 Cluster Mine, Firefly +1 Max Target, and Sticky Bomb Skill Haste of 4.2. Must buys, things to look for from Marco. No, not at all. Not at all. And that leads us to our last vendor of the video, Roy Bonita. But wait, make sure you interact with the dog, man. Check his bowl. Does he have food? Does he have water? It looks like he's low on water. Can someone get him some goddamn water? All right. Yeah, you're good, buddy. And then remember, do the second interaction. It is a random animation. So let's see what we get this week. Oh, 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 is he going to roll over? Oh, nice. He's just happy to see us. Okay. Roy Benitez, get off your arse, mate.
Hey,
And here we go.
Agent.
Starting with the FAMAS with swap speed and sledge. After that, we have a G28 with accuracy and reformation, a SIG 716 with rate of fire and eyeless, and finally a 586 Magnum with armor damage and vindictive. Looking at the gear items, we have Fenris with weapon handling, crit chance, and focus. Interesting. Huh. Walker and Harris gloves with crit hit damage and health. Nice. All you'd have to do is recalibrate the health off for crit chance, go double crit, optimize these attributes, and then stick this one in the old stash because the damage to health is going to be doubled in the next season. So then you could whip these back out and then put it on a damage to health build because remember, everyone and their mom is going to be running these like crazy health builds. I mean, I'm going to show you in just a little bit a 1.6 million health build with a shade level 1200 character. Now remember, in the next update, your health is going to be maxed out only if you are shade level 2000 and above. So instead of the max being at 10,000 shade level, they lowered it to 2,000. So everybody that is shade level 10,000 and above, they're getting a health nerf. Yeah, pretty crazy, right? And finally, we have a Petrov holster with explosive resistance and crit hit damage and max weapon damage. Just recalibrate the explosive resistance off here for crit chance and you're good to go. Throw it on a LMG build. Probably the Bullet King. Just saying. Mods, we have repair skill 16.2, disorient resistance 8.5, Seeker Mind skill haste 4.9, hive duration 4.3, and decoy health of 6.0. Now, must buys, things to look for from Roy Benitez. Sledge with the FAMAS sounds dirty, but the FAMAS is not getting any love right now. All the other assault rifles in the game are. Must buys, things to look for. The Walker Harris, you could go double crit. That's not bad. The Petrov, you can go double crit. Again, that's not bad. But really, that's it. Okay. So that concludes our weekly vendor reset and must buys for today, January 23rd. I am Kamikazevondoom. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing and ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of these daily Division videos. But again, I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.